What's up, YouTube? Dark God back after about a 3-month hiatus. Took some time off in the middle of my October horror movie challenge. I guess got too much of me. Was reviewing too many movies, watching too many movies, and eventually it built up, and I failed at it. I mean, I watched all the movies, I just didn't do all the reviews. Special shout out to guys like 13th Wolfman, who did all his reviews and had a video up every day and giving me a shout out in his videos. That was really cool. I'm looking forward to this. I know I told you last time that I was opening up my horror blocks. I wasn't going to let it all build up again, but actually I have 4 horror blocks to open today. So I'll get into that. I'd just like to say stay tuned with this channel. I am going to start uploading a lot of videos. I know I'm halfway into January almost already, but I just figured it'd be a good start with the new year. I'll start getting my videos up and actually give you guys some content that you actually want to check out. So let's get into the opening though. This is actually the October horror block. It's been 4 months since I've opened up a horror block. And if you remember last time I opened up, I had 5. So this time I didn't get as bad. I mean, only let it get to 4, not 5. So hopefully from now on I give you 1 each time, but as right now it's just 4. So I mean, I'm sure if you watch horror block openings, you know what's in here. You know what's in this one. You know what's in this one. I'm sure you even know what's in that one, even though that one's a couple days old. But let's see with October. First things first. Oh wow, Pennywise plush clown. That's pretty cool. Looks like it's the original Pennywise, which is cool. I mean, the pictures of the new one look pretty good, but I mean, can't beat the Tim Curry Pennywise from the miniseries. Definitely pretty cool with that. Definitely something I'll keep. Let's see what else we have here. There's this little weight to it. Oh wow, we have a. Is this a key holder? Red rum key holder. Or, I mean, it could be anything. It looks like a key holder. That's awesome. And me and my wife actually we bought a key holder, but we actually need this probably sooner than later because I always lose my keys. So that's actually pretty cool. She's a fan of horror movies as well, so I'm sure she'll dig that. Actually, when she watches this video, she'll probably call me up and say, yeah, I did like that. So, another cool thing. Let's see, I'll definitely be keeping that and definitely using it. Well, we got the shirt here. Let's see what we have. Misery Lane. Well, obviously Stephen King's Misery. Now that I look at it, I didn't even notice with the red rum, but that's right, they did have a Stephen King box, and The Shining, and now Misery. Good movie. Shirt's pretty cool, actually, with her coming in with the hammer to break some ankles. Pretty cool shirt. Let's see what this is. PJ Soul's Certificate Authenticity Autograph. Now, let me see. Do I have it up here? I don't know if you can see up there. I don't want to move the camera. Right there, I do have already to Sean, You're Totally Awesome, PJ Soul's autograph. So, I mean, this is still something cool. I'll put this nice little frame and hang it up somewhere on one of these walls. Actually, that's one of the videos I do want to do. I do want to go around and show all of my autographs. I do have a good amount. I haven't gotten an autograph in a while, though. So that's actually pretty cool to get. Okay, a cryptozoology book from Rue Morgue. These little books that Rue Morgue are coming out with, it seems like they come out with them quarterly. They're actually pretty cool. They had the comic book one, and then they had the horror collectors one. This one's another cool one. It looks like it's all like like Bigfoot and the Mothman, Loch Ness Monster. That's pretty cool. I mean, cryptozoology. It's I actually looked it up the other day on Google just to see what people were saying about it. It's something pretty cool, like, to get into. I know most of it's fake, but I mean, you never know. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Let's see what this is. Oh, is this from shit, what the hell's the name of that? The other Stephen King. I know it's a book, but I remember it from the comic book. I can't think of what this one is. It's a Stephen King one. Oh man, my mind is going blank. If you remember what it is, you can reply here and make me look like a putz. I don't know, another one of these 8x11 or 8x10s that they come out with. God, I can't think of what the name of that book is. I mean, I read Stephen King here and there. I can't even say I read it here and there. I think I've read 2 Stephen King books in my whole entire life. I'm a fan of his movie adaptations. Christine, I think, is his best movie adaptation. And I'm not just saying that because of John Carpenter. I just think it's so well done. And well, next month will be including an exclusive item from Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's pretty cool. One of my favorite movies. Let's read The Dark Tower. Why couldn't I think of that? Oh man, I look like a putz. Oh man, that red rum keychain holder is awesome. All right, well, this one was the November block. And this struck me as weird. This was the first one they wrapped in plastic. I don't know if there's a reason behind that. Maybe something here they don't want to get wet, but I would think that they don't want any of this to get wet. And the funny thing with this is the day that this came, I actually walked to the door, and as the mailman was coming up with it, and it was raining. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I guess they're being prepared. Oh, I guess the plastic's all the seal they need on this. They won't wrap these anymore. Let's see what we got. Now we got the Stephen King. That was the last one. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, we got a DVD. Demonic Toys from Full Moon. That's pretty cool. I mean, Full Moon is very. You want to watch them. They're not the best movies, but they're just fun to watch. Like, people could bash on Puppet Master series. I think it's Puppet Master 3, Tu Lan's Revenge is actually a real good horror movie. And the first Puppet Master is decent. The later ones are so bad, but they're fun horror movies to watch because they're made for horror fans. They're so tongue-in-cheek, basically, that they're so over the top that a casual person watching this can say, oh, this movie sucks. But a horror fan, we get that. We get those movies. They're not the best movies, but they're still fun to watch. And they just go so over the top later on that, the puppets that they come up with. I actually read the Puppet Master comic book, too, which goes even crazier into how weird they get. They get lucha toys, I think, are the one. Lucha Libre toys. But anyway, Demonic Toys. I actually never seen this movie, but I actually was planning on. I'll talk about something with that later on in a book. AMC's The Walking Dead Rule Journal with Pocket. Oh wow, these are the. This is an Insights book. This is like the book that they sell at Barnes and Noble. I was thinking they're like the Moleskine, but they're similar, like journals, covered, everything. You see The Walking Dead, the zombie on it. That's actually a pretty cool book. It's got some weight to it. Maybe that's the reason they didn't want it to get wet. I don't know. We're up to the shirt already? Oh, I dig this shirt. My favorite horror movie is Halloween. So, that shirt is awesome. Haddonfield High School t-shirt. Michael Myers on the cover. That is awesome. I'll be wearing that probably until it has holes in it. Definitely like that. Wow, Dexter syringe pen. I remember when these, like in the 90s, these syringe pens were big. Like everybody had them. You'd always see kids at school with them. And of course, people complained about it, saying it looks like needles, which was the whole point of it. And they kind of like got out of them. But that's pretty cool. Dexter was, I dug it. The earlier seasons. Towards the end, it started getting real bad. The Trinity Killer was the best season. If anybody argues that, I'll fight them. But let us see. We got a Ouija. What is that? I don't know. Is that like a page holder or something? Money clip. An Ouija money clip. Weird little thing. I don't think I'll ever use it, but it's actually pretty cool. Something cool. Maybe I'll throw that up on eBay or something. I don't see myself ever using that. Okay, cool. We got another autograph with a certificate of authenticity. But again, here it's upside down, but I don't want the clip to fall out. Doug Bradley, which you can't see, but it's on the back wall. I'll show you that one also. Is my first autograph I ever got at any convention was Doug Bradley. I went up to him after. If you know anything about wrestling, I just met Virgil, the wrestler, and he tried charging me $30 for an autograph, and I thought that was crazy. So I walked away, saw Doug Bradley, and I said to Doug Bradley, I said, Virgil's charging $30 an autograph. How much are you charging? And he said, do you want it in black and white or color? I said, color. He said, $10. And then he said to me, by the way, who is Virgil? So Doug Bradley with the burn and the awesome price for the autograph. This was back in 2001 when I met him. So almost 16 years ago in October, it'll be 16. But definitely anything Pinhead. Pinhead is probably right underneath Halloween when it comes to my favorite horror movies. So anything with Doug Bradley, Pinhead, Clive Barker is definitely a plus for me. And then of course Rue Morgue, which I will be bringing with me to work today to read if it gets boring. That's my favorite horror magazine, Rue Morgue. Horror Hound's up there. I do like Horror Hound. I don't like Horror Hound as much, only because For whatever reason, I guess my Barnes & Noble doesn't always have the horror hounds in. A nice little thing for Dexter. Every season, every episode, take the plunge. If you never watched Dexter, definitely recommend it. Like I said, even the early seasons are the best. Let's see. The next one is, of course, a Christmas box. So we'll get something from Krampus and something from Freddy vs. Jason, which came out on my birthday. It was a good birthday gift. The Walking Dead Journal. There was 3 different covers. They had a Rick cover, a Michonne cover, and the zombie cover, which I'm kind of glad I got the zombie one. It's the coolest one. All in all, pretty good box. I mean, Dexter pen, okay. I mean, I like that t-shirt's awesome, though. That t-shirt is definitely one of the better t-shirts I've gotten in any box. And Demonic Toys. I mean, like I said, I'll talk about that at the end of the video. I got some things I want to talk about, like you guys care what I say, but I'll say it anyway. Where did I put the knife? There it is. See, now this was weird. In the December one, they went back to not covering it, but then the January box was covered again. So